And we are back again with a brand new episode of Another 24. I am your insanely handsome host, Taurus Montez, and today I got a very special guest in the building. Now, this guest is a musical artist, he's a producer, he's an engineer, he's a talented guy, straight from the Virgin Islands, making his waves out here in the States.
Yes,
I got the one, the only, Emmanuel Lynch, aka E-Man. What's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
What's going on, man? Good. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you having me on, bro.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
Pleasure for real.
Yeah, man, it's your moment, man. It's your moment. It's for you. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Thank you,
Hey.
matter of fact. Thank you.
I got you.
Now, I got to ask you, man, you from the islands.
Whew.
It's cold right now. It's cold in Atlanta. It's like 40-something
Yeah.
degrees, man. How you feeling? You making it?
I mean, man, I'm 4 years being here. I'm still getting used to it, but the only part, what's making me happy right now is the fashion right now, man. I gotta step out, This is the time for me to like show out, get my jackets, get my Timbs, whatever, So
right.
that's what's keeping me positive about the cold weather. So it's all right now.
All right, cool. So you are from the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, right?
Yes, sir. Rock City.
Rock City, man.
For sure.
Tell me about what it was like growing up out there.
Man, shoot, it's obviously different from, being city boy, being in the States, 33 square mile long island, 13 square mile wide. Literally, you could go around the island in 2 hours, not much, not much going on, literally like I'm pretty much like I'm an only child too. So it's just me and I'm, finding my way, making my way through, I got my parents and everything. And, we just literally just chilling on an island, water, sand, hills, palm trees, coconuts.
Lucky, man.
You say lucky, but I mean, I am grateful, that I'm from there, but like when you're there 18 years and, the closest city is Miami, Florida, excluding Puerto Rico.
Okay, yeah.
The closest U.S. city is 2.5, 3 hours away from you.
Right.
You get sick of it a little bit,
Yeah. Because
But,
33 square miles, that's not that big.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not big at all.
And it's being away now, it's a lot different, because with the hurricanes, COVID, and a lot of stuff going on. It's different now from when I was there 7-8 years ago.
Right. Yeah. For sure. So in the islands, growing up. I mean, with it being so small, I mean, I'm sure it's a close-knit community. It's a close-knit island. A lot of people know each other. Everybody knows everybody.
For sure. Basically, it's a community. It's compared to like up here. It's more like you get a lot more people looking out for you. Especially like family-wise. It's a lot more like bonds and friendships that actually you could you have for a while. I got my people back home as well, that I'm locked in with, and we keep in touch here and there, but
sure.
it's different from up here.
Yeah. It's
for sure.
Yeah, like here, I mean, your neighborhood, like your neighbors, the 5-6 houses around you, that might be the closest people to you. But I would imagine in St. Thomas, you probably know people in the next neighborhood, and y'all just all friends. Y'all all go to the same beaches and stuff like that.
Basically,
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for grateful for everyone. Everyone that I meet. I'm trying to like, one thing with me, I do keep my circle small, but I'm open into meeting people, and I got a lot of that from just being back home, because you like I said, you've seen a lot of the same people
Right. All the time,
once or twice a month, basically.
Yeah. So with tying it back to your music, because you are an artist, how has growing up in the Virgin Islands, how has that influenced your music? Have you do you keep the themes lighter? Do you have more fun with it, or what is it? How has that impacted your music?
For sure. Well, at least for me, a lot of it, a lot of it's my culture. A lot of my culture really, obviously it's not like the R&B, the hip hop, like that up here. Back home is like the soca, calypso, reggae. You get a lot more of that, and I feel like, especially from like my dad's side of the family is like all musicians. They instilled that in me to like learn that side of the music, keep my culture, but at the same time, like don't be afraid to like branch out,
Right.
try and, you know, listen to other stuff too. So, you know, for me with my style, I try to incorporate all of that, you know, especially like if I'm songwriting as well, you know, I try to basically, you know, use that as not just inspiration but as a creative aspect of it. So for me, like my culture for sure, like for real, like I try to like blend that in with my style and everything.
Yeah, I got you. So that's very interesting, man. I like to, you know, I always wonder because you're from the Virgin Islands. It's the U.S. Virgin Islands, but I mean, essentially, it's another country, right?
Basically U.S. territory, but yeah.
The U.S. territory.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys have your own separate culture from us here in the States. So how is our music viewed by the people over there in the U.S. Virgin Islands?
I mean, we still listen to hip hop and R&B for sure. You know, it's definitely still there, but like a lot of like growing up, especially, you know, with like I said, my parents and my dad especially, like he pretty much tried to, you know, push like the other, like the cultural stuff on me, right, to, you know, to embrace it and to understand like what makes it special and why it makes us different from a lot of like other countries as well. So no, we still listen to like, you know, all the mainstream stuff that's up here too. Right. So it's not too different, you know. But definitely, I feel like compared to back home, I feel like we embrace it more. Like
really?
Especially carnival time. Carnival time, it's a whole different vibe.
I heard about the carnival time, man. I might have to pull up to one of them, my brother.
Man, for real, hey, if you can see, for me, it's carnival time. It's the week after my birthday, a week and a half after my birthday. So like, my birthday hits, and then like April is pretty much like my celebrating month, basically. You know, so.
Got you. So that whole run that like Wayne had, Future and Drake, was that as impactful out there?
Yeah, I think so. I will say that for sure Drake and Wayne, for sure, without a doubt, because like I feel like Wayne for sure set up that like stamp of just like his own sound and everything, and just like, you know, with, you know, Drake, Tyga, Nicki, I feel like that whole upbringing, especially when I was like that, around that time I was in middle school, like going into middle school. So like a lot of my friends were like listening to a lot of like the Cash Money stuff, even like want to go to Birdman too. Like a lot of us were like, my classmates were like listening to a lot of that stuff. Me growing up in a gospel family, you know, I was listening to it here and there.
Yeah.
One thing, and I'll say this too, like, you know, I'm so blessed to, you know, for my parents, because a lot of my family, mainly on my mom's side, was more on the gospel, you know, stick to like the traditional church values. But my parents, both my parents were letting me open my eyes and open my ears to like different genres. So like it gave me that freedom to, you know, explore for real. And, you know, I'm so grateful for that.
That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to your parents for being open-minded and just, you know, letting you explore your creativity.
For real.
Because, you know.
Love y'all. For real.
You know, a lot of, you know, especially, I don't know how much you know about the culture of the U.S. with us, but the South is known as the Bible Belt, right?
I've heard that. Yeah.
So a lot of, you know, our Southern constituents, our families down here, you know, sometimes they real strict on that stuff. They like, none of that's being played. No, you can't listen to it. It's evil. It's the devil's music. But your parents, it sounds like they had a different, you know, idea about what music is. And
yeah, and like, they definitely did, especially like, you know, just being around, and even being around my cousins too, because my uncle, like, and I'm gonna bring him up a lot because he meant a lot to me. He passed away 2 years ago, and
sorry to hear that.
And I appreciate that. But he's definitely, you know, like someone that I looked at from, you know, embracing my culture even more. Even like, you know, because he was my dad's younger brother, but he was the one, like, in my dad's side of the family, he was pretty much the only one that didn't really like play instruments. He was an engineer, and he was like producing as well too, but he was also like doing a lot of the stuff for Carnival, like engineering, mixing for like the live bands and stuff. So I'd always watch him, like, you know, I always watch him do his thing. You know, I try to, you know, at least, like see, what it, even if I didn't know the group or the band or whatever, I always tried to like learn or try to get something from him that made sense, because I knew like at some point that it was gonna make sense to me eventually. And like,
so was he the person who you watched most closely and tried to emulate for what you wanted for your life? Was that your uncle?
Yeah, I would definitely will say that, because he was really like, when he heard my music, he was like one of the first people in my family that accepted it. Like, he was the one that really wanted me to keep going, and just like, like I said, looking at him, watching him mix, and I know like and it's crazy because I think about it now. When I was younger, I didn't realize how much hours he'd be staying up, how much time he'd be working.
He's dedicated, huh?
Like he'd have all these trucks, and I'm like, I'm in middle school, high school, looking at him like, damn, like he actually, like, he's doing this, like he's crazy, like everyone knows him or whatever. But closer to like him when he passed away, I'm seeing it now, and I'm like, wow, he's at like all the work that he put in, all like the people he connected with, networking, it really kind of motivated me to, embrace that, and to also like, not just do that same thing up here, but also do it throughout my journey, and you just networking with people for real.
Yeah. So what do you think he would say if he saw you now and what you've accomplished and how far you've come?
Whew. He would definitely say, keep going, for real. Because like there was at one point, at one point where I was just like, when my family started knowing that I was doing like the worldly music, he was one of the, like I said, he was one of the people that was like, nah, keep going. Like, don't stop, for real, because you have a sound, you have something that I've never seen in like a lot of people my age at the time he told me this. And so I think he would definitely tell me keep going, and that I definitely gotta, stay in touch with the culture, for real.
All right.
For sure.
Go, man. Shout out to Unc, man.
For sure. I love you, Uncle Jerry. Miss
Uncle
you,
Jerry,
for real.
man. Rest in peace. So that's an important thing, that's a reoccurring theme with these interviews that I do. It's always somebody that got your back. It's always somebody that's supportive.
Yeah.
That's gonna tell you to keep going. It's always that one person. It's a lot of times it's the people's moms, it's they dads or they uncles, whoever it is.
Yeah.
But it's always that one person. So that's your person.
That's my person, for real. My dad for sure, and my mom too. But if I could think of someone that's like with me, that I know is with me, besides God, definitely him, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
So you wear a lot of hats in your musical career, man.
I do.
Producer, artist, songwriter.
Model. Just turned model somewhat.
Man, how do you balance doing all of that? How do you know when to dedicate time to what?
Man, it's crazy. And it's funny you asked that, because I literally had someone ask me that 2 days ago, and I told him the same thing I'm telling you. I have no idea. I'm trying to, I'm learning now that step by step, I have to, organize, or like pretty much categorize what I have going on through the day. And it's so hard because it's so much different stuff. But at the same time, I have to do it. So for at least like, from right now, I'm low key in my producer bag right now. But for pretty much this whole year, I was pretty much like writing, focusing on my music, focusing on songwriting for other artists too. I was on social media trying to content create, and then all of a sudden something just switched, and it was like, nah, you gotta get into the producer bag now. You gotta start sending out beats, sending out stuff. So I kind of just go, to answer your question, I kind of just go with the flow, but at the same time, I'm like, making sure that I'm not forgetting anything else, keeping stuff fresh too. So
yeah. I mean, I think you're gonna learn how your process works the more you do it.
Facts.
You're gonna learn when to apply this pressure, when to apply that pressure.
Facts.
Right now you're applying the producer pressure. So speaking of which,
facts.
I got a music background. I know what's going on. I know what's going on with the production, man. What DAW you using? What software you using?
Man, brother? I'm Logic Gang.
Logic Gang.
Logic Pro X. Yep.
For real? Okay,
Yep,
okay.
since I was in high school, for real. Shout out my boy Nathan Dow, for real. He was the first person he was my the engineer from my church, and my brother. That's my boy. But he first person to give me Logic Pro X. He went to Full Sail, and he came back after like his first year. He was like, bro, you gonna need this. Put it on my laptop. Gave me the codes, whatever. He's like, you gonna figure it out. Just do your thing, do whatever. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like,
right.
what do I, like, what am I? What
it's
do I
a
do
lot
with
to
this?
take in, man.
For real, and for real. And then I'll just YouTube University right after that. And then he's showing me some tips here and there. But without him, the journey wouldn't have started for real.
Hey man, shout out to him.
Yeah,
man. I went from PreSonus to Reason.
PreSonus is crazy.
To Logic,
Studio One,
Studio One to Logic to FL. I even tried Ableton, man.
Really?
You ever played with Ableton?
I tried Ableton. I had one of my boys give me Ableton for free,
man,
and I haven't used it.
Bro, I could not figure out Ableton. I was like, what is? It looks so different than Logic or FL. Man.
It is. I noticed. See, it's crazy because every time like I tell people like I have Ableton, they're like, oh, so you produce like electronic music, EDM? I'm like, no, not really. I mean, I'll be doing it sometimes, but I do that in Logic too. Like,
right,
it's not, it's whatever.
Yeah, you can do it. It's just a different workflow.
Yeah, exactly. But nah, shout out Ableton for real.
Yeah, shout out to Ableton. So what is when you're ready to produce a track? What's the process like? How do you start? Do you start with the drums? Do you start with the loops? Do you start with the bass line? Like, what's your process?
Drums, right? Well, for me, actually, that's not true. Most of the time, it's definitely the melody because I play keys as well. So like, it'll be like if I got like a chord or something, I'll put that in first, and then then right after that, I'll start doing the drums after. That's my favorite part. I try to do drums. I was reading this quote from this was like a while ago, but Travis Scott, one of my favorite artists. He said that once you don't fuck up the drums, that's the most important thing. Don't fuck up the drums.
Right.
And every time that's in my head when I start producing. So, yeah.
The drums the most important.
That's the most important thing, for real. And he's right, though. He's right.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, that's the beat,
Exactly.
That melody is like the icing on the cake.
For real.
You get a lot of the rhythm from the drums. You get a lot of the groove and the bounce.
Yeah, For real. So, like, and then, like, probably after the drums, then what I'll do is that I'll do 808 or Reese bass, whatever I feel is the mood, and then I'll do the kick. So that's like my process, but it changes like after a while, low key.
Gotcha. What's the hardest type of music to produce?
For me, I'm not gonna lie, and it's gonna sound really weird, but for me, it's low key Afrobeat dancehall sometimes.
Really?
For real, yeah, and I say that because sometimes I be overthinking it, and I have a tendency to do that with everything low key. But I overthink on the drums a lot with dancehall, especially because I always try to. This gonna sound weird, but I always try to picture like girls twerking or like girls like doing like.
I mean, I try to picture that too.
Because but hey, cause like in my head I'm like, I want like the groove. That's the groove I want to feel, especially. Yeah, for sure. So I gotta make sure like if the girl's not messing with it, then then I know something's wrong instantly.
Right.
So like I'd probably say dancehall, Afrobeat for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
I mean, I could see that, man, because it's slightly different. I did a lot of trap, rap, hip hop, R&B. That's pretty simple. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But I could see why Afrobeats could be a little more difficult. It's a little different groove. Things are slightly off balance a little bit, so it is a little different. I can see that.
Yeah.
But you describe yourself as an independent artist, man. What does it mean to be independent?
Freedom. That's the one word. Freedom. You don't got no labels telling you what to do. You don't have anyone telling you what to do. And I'm not saying like, yeah, you gotta build a team, but like, you don't gotta worry about, you gotta worry about like, if this, who likes what you have to get done, or, someone else's vision, like, as an independent, I tell this with everyone, stay independent. Try as hard as you can to stay independent. Even if you get a distribution deal or you have a chance to get a distribution deal, stay independent, because you have that artist creativity. You have that you have that independence not only with just the music itself, but you can drop whatever you want. Basically, you could literally, you have creative direction. That's the word. You have the creative direction of what you want to do and not what other people want to do. And I feel like that's a huge issue in the industry, like in the music industry in general, you know, because people don't, to me, I feel like people don't look at the artist, or don't like see what the artist, you know, who the artist is as a person, and they just go off of the music and the vision that they have. And I feel like that just messes up like the whole thing, you know?
Yeah, some people would say that being signed gives you an extra boost, gives you extra layer of visibility, gives you some marketing dollars behind you. What do you say to the people who would choose that over their freedom?
And I mean, I see that, yes, but don't forget, when you sign with a label, they giving you money that you have to pay them back for. It's like a loan, basically. That's how I view it. I've always viewed it as that. And when you're signed and you got to put out some amount of albums that they tell you to put out, they gonna give you that money, but at the same time, you got to make it back. And if you don't make it back, then
you owe them, huh?
Like, what's next? Like, you know, especially because like, and like, for, let's just say like an artist that doesn't have that music knowledge, or, you know, that industry 101 sense, you know, like, that kind of sucks for them, because you know, people say they fall off, or they don't like, they don't, you know, they don't have like a second venture, I guess, of what they want to do, versus like, you know, it'll be different for someone that actually has like, you know, that music background, you know, that like, if they fall off as well, if they like, you know, they don't, you know, they get cut or whatever, you know, they'll be able to bounce back independently, you know, which you know, which is,
that's what Drake's doing,
you know, that's basically what Drake is doing, you know. And you know, see, but Drake has that like, he has that, no, but I know what you mean, like, he has that, like, you know, he already knows how the industry moves, and he has all those hits, you know.
He's good. He could never drop music again and be straight.
Exactly, you know. So
yeah, I mean, we hear stories throughout history of the music industry being predatory. Like, you know, that first deal you sign is going to be, you're signing your soul away, basically. Have you noticed any predatory behavior in the music industry around you, in any of the circles that you've been in?
Not with me. Thank God, not with me.
Yeah, y'all better not try my boy like that.
Facts, for real. Nah, not with me. I have one of my boy that I was telling you that gave me Ableton. He actually got, last year, he produced this one track. He does EDM and electronic music.
Oh, that's dope.
And he produced this one track, and they were supposed to have I think it was, but he was producing it for this one artist, and the artist was supposed to have like a certain amount of streams for the track for them to like actually like push it even more. And they pretty much like, they were like a couple thousand short from what the goal was. And pretty much like the label started just being fishy with them. Pretty much like they tried to negotiate something with them, and they got something down, and then they met the goals for that, and then after that they pretty much dropped them after that. And like, now he can't, well, I don't know the full extent of like the deal that it was, but now he can't drop a certain amount of music for a certain amount of time. And you know, like, it's one of those things where like, I mean, as a producer, because he produces as well, like, he's fine, he could do, you know, whatever, but if he wants to like put his name on a song with the artist, like a collab, he can't do that because he's tied into that deal. So like, you know, it's like I said, I don't know the full extent of like what is, you know, I don't want to put his business out there like that, but you know, it's one of those things, like, you know, you just gotta be careful. And to, you know, to give him like the benefit of the doubt, like, he didn't really have like a team per se to give him that knowledge, and he's young too. So like, you know, it's one, you know, it's one of those things where like, you know, I've heard stories where like people are saying, you know, you don't like, it's one of those make or break kind of deals. Like
Right.
you don't, it's one of those things where like it's an opportunity, a big opportunity. You might as well sign it. It's like life changing money,
Right.
but that instantly could go away like that, So
Never
you
take
know.
the first offer.
Yes.
Always negotiate.
And it's funny because like me back then, I'm not even gonna lie, I probably would have done the same thing. I'm not even gonna lie, I probably would, but now like you see the consequences and everything, and I've talked to him about this too, and it's one of those things where it's just like, it's like a life lesson, but it's one of those things that you gotta be careful of, for real.
Yeah. That's why it's best to have those mentors in that network so they see this stuff coming from a mile
real,
away.
For real, and that's my guy still. So like, I already know like he's gonna get past this for real.
Oh, yeah, for sure,
So
for
like,
sure.
it's not even. It's like live and learn kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
you can't
that's why I
stop.
see it
Yeah,
though.
you can't. What God ordained, no man can contain. So he gonna be all right.
That's a fact. I like that. What
Yeah.
God ordained, no man can take. I like that. I like that.
Now, what's a song of yours that feels like the most you? Like if aliens came down from Jupiter right now and was like, play me the song that is Emmanuel's theme song, what song are you playing
Of mine,
of yours?
man. There's so many. I gotta go with exclamation point though. Exclamation point. And I love that. So shout out to my boy Makai. He produced that beat. That's one of my favorite songs I've ever written too. That'd probably be my theme song for real. Cause one, I'm a lover boy, and two, like that one really, at least for me, made me feel open to like say how I feel about just like being in a relationship and just being with somebody. You know what I mean? At the time, especially. So yeah, that's that exclamation point for sure.
Okay, all right. So you felt like you were most vulnerable and honest on that track.
Yeah, for sure. And a love extent.
And
From a love extent.
From a love extent. Okay.
Yeah.
So you being a lover boy and you showcasing that you're in a relationship and you love the relationship you're in. Now, God forbid, you guys, something happened with you guys. Would you feel just as comfortable talking about the other side of that? Maybe how horrible a breakup is or anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely would, and I have low key in my with my
Past relationship.
Past, yeah, for sure. Like it's one of those things where, and I've changed so much because like the song that I'm thinking about, my song, I have this one song called Angel 222. That song was about my ex. That song was about my ex and my cousin's ex. Because my cousin and I, we went through a breakup around the same time. And he's telling me stories about what she did. And I'm telling him stories about what like my ex did. And I kind of like intertwined both of the stories to make it sound like one.
Right.
So in a way, yeah, I've definitely.
Yeah, you talked about that side too?
Yeah, I definitely, for sure.
So when you're writing those tracks, does it come effortlessly or do you have to kind of, put some oomph in it? Are the words just spilling out of you or is it a struggle?
I'm gonna be honest. At that time, I was writing a lot. Now I'm at a phase now where I'm just punching in now a lot of my stuff, and I'm not saying like I stopped writing. I'm definitely still writing for sure, but I feel like with me punching in my vocals now, I'm a lot more open and free to try whatever and say whatever, especially once I get the rhythm flowing. But I definitely feel like for me, it was one of those things where it was like, damn, let me at least like try to convey that feeling.
Right, yeah.
And then once I can convey it, then I'm gonna start, doing whatever, making it seem more like how, like telling people like what actually happened in the song,
Yeah. So when you're punching in, do you have, so you kind of have an idea of what you're going to do, or is it just completely just a blank slate?
On the spot.
Dang.
Blank slate for real.
That'd be too much pressure for me because you're paying for studio time and all engineers and all that.
But see, let me cut you off right there. I mostly record at my spot. I have my home studio, my setup.
There you go.
So I'll be like, literally, it's on my own time. That's one thing I want to say real quick. If you're an artist, invest in a home studio. you save money. One, you don't have any engineer telling you, like, you know, trying to control whatever. I know, like, not knocking any engineers, but like I know some engineers will try to like control you without, like, unless you act like, it's different when you ask them like, how does this sound, whatever.
Right.
But nah, there'd be engineers trying to control you or do whatever. But like when you have like a home studio, you have that freedom. You could do whatever. You could say whatever. You ain't gotta like pace yourself at a, you know, whatever timing, you know. So like you could do whatever you want, basically.
Right. Now, what has been the biggest challenge you've faced so far chasing your music dreams?
Sure, it's a lot. It's a lot. I can't even lie. I'd say a lot of the time it's the marketing side of it. One, mainly because financially, like financially and trending wise would probably be the two. Like when I say trending wise, I mean like social media changes like every day.
Right.
So like you're trying to catch up, you're trying to learn what's going on, you're trying to see, you know, what's hot right now, and then once you post what's hot right now, that shit'll be down like the next day.
It's over with.
So you're trying to like read everything basically. So I'd probably say like marketing wise, but I will say like it's one of those things, at least for me, where I'm like kind of teaching myself to, you know, embrace the change. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, got right.
Like that's a saying that really I take to heart, because shit changes like all the time.
Yeah,
you
for
know.
sure.
So yeah, I definitely say the marketing side of it.
Now, speaking of marketing and promotion and things like that, you know, you can pretty much market anywhere you want. You know, you can have your music do the marketing. You can have ads doing the marketing. You can get in a fake relationship, get in a fake car accident. You can fake have baby mama drama. It's a lot of ignorant stuff going on.
There's so much.
It's a lot of ignorant stuff going on for promotion. So how do you stay away from, you know, biting that bullet and doing something that's just totally against you, you know, for more promotion?
God, that's all I can say. Really and truly, like, I know that sounds cliche, but really, like, I'm close with my faith for real. God, like, I'll pray a lot. I'll talk to God a lot, because sometimes, at least for me, sometimes I don't know. Like, I'll be clueless about, you know, how I want to go about a situation, or how I want to go about even like a rollout, you know, like how I want to go about which way, you know, what. That's why, like, when I was saying about like, I'm in my producer phase right now, and it kind of just switched. I'm kind of like just going with the flow of it, you know, and I feel like God has a lot to do with that, because, you know, I'm just, you know, like walking by faith, not by sight kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just trusting the process.
Facts,
for real.
Facts. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't want to see you on social media doing nothing crazy for no views.
Nah, bro. Hey, trust me. Shoot. My mom
Yeah,
coming
she'll jump through that
shit out of
phone,
me, bro.
man.
Exactly. I already know.
Now, when you look at your career, man, and you know you take stock of some of those high moments, those successes, what does success look for you in your career? You know, from the past, looking back and going forward, how's that going to look for you?
Man, that's a great question. That's a really good question. I feel like, as of right now, success is achieving my goals. As of right now, I've had so many goals. I pretty much, like, you know, I don't want to say a resolution, like New Year's resolutions, but I've had so many points where that I've achieved a lot this year, and once I achieve those, I'm able to push myself even more, and I feel like those achievements for me are successful. But from a future aspect, I see myself, you know, I see plaques, you know, I see Grammy awards, Grammy nominations, I see, you know, brand deals, I see like not even just like, you know, the recognition, recognition parts basically of, you know, the music industry. I just see so much, you know, like a whole team, a whole movement, you know, and, you know, just just starting a new wave. That's what success in the future for me leads. You know, eventually, like, you know, making a legacy out of it. You know, generational wealth out of it for real. Because I'm really big on that. I really see myself like, I want to like build a dynasty.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? I want it to be like, you know, me, my future wife, you know, our kids are set for real, and our grandkids for real. That's like success in the future, how I see it, you know?
So are you successful right now?
I want to say yes. I don't want to sound cocky.
Man,
but
just be like,
Hey,
yeah, nigga, I'm successful.
I mean, no, but if I say that, one thing about me, I don't like being stable. I want to push myself. I see myself pushing myself. I hate staying stagnant. And my friends will tell me like, nah, like you gotta celebrate this, whatever. Nah, fuck that. I feel like if I'm stagnant, I'm gonna be at one level, and I don't want people to see me at one level, which is why I say like, I don't want to sound cocky, because like I see myself like topping whatever, you know, and like whatever I do, whatever I achieve now, my next question is always like, what you gonna do a year from now? What you gonna do 2 years from now? Like bro, the earth is moving, everything's going, and you know, I don't like wasting time. I like, you know, I gotta keep going, I gotta keep moving, you know. So I definitely got to top myself. I definitely got to, because it's not gonna feel right for me if I stay where I'm at, you know.
Right. Where does that mentality come from, you think? Was that instilled in you from your parents? Is that something you? Oh, okay.
That's definitely instilled in especially kind of off topic, but my dad, one of my favorite basketball players, RIP, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that's my guy. Kobe, that's my favorite
Mamba
player.
mentality. My dad from when I was young, my dad was like, you gonna have to watch him. Like literally, we watching like
Man, shout out to your
Lakers for real. We watching like Lakers games every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Saturday. Pretty much went like every day. We were watching like Lakers, Kobe, Mamba. He instilled that with me. He said like when I was young, I never knew what a Mamba was. Right. I never knew like it was a snake. I didn't even know like and he's explaining to me. He's like, you gonna learn when you get older or whatever. And that's like I got a whole picture like Kobe Bryant in my like studio, like on my side, and I just like literally that's like from him. I can't even like that's from him for real.
Right. I mean, that's a good blueprint to follow, because man, he really left it all on earth. He gave every drop of everything he had while he was here.
For real. And like you know, it was like when he passed, that was crazy.
Man, what?
Like,
man.
I was with my ex too, because I dropped her off because we were gonna meet up later, and I dropped her off to she was getting like a backpack or something. I told her I was gonna come back, and then she texted me saying, you know, Kobe just died. I'm like, nah, stop lying. You know, stop playing with me. And then then it started going on social media, and then I'm like crying. That was like one of the very few like celebrity deaths I've ever cried for. I'm bawling my eyes. I didn't want to eat.
Bruh.
I'm like.
And his daughter too, man.
You know, that's what made it even worse. Like that, like like for real.
Yeah.
Gigi, like
and the other people too.
And the other, for real. Yeah, so. For real. Like, you know, RIP to them for real. But like, yeah, when that happened, that's when like, for me, it was like, no, like, that's the time to go. You know, you gotta go for real. Right. You know.
Man, shout out to Kobe. I used to be busting my homeboy's ass on 2K with Kobe back in the day, man. Shout out to Kobe.
Me too, I'm telling you. Bro, I used to go hard. Oh, right. I used to go hard for real. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of like taken a little break from video games, but when I get my PS6,
right,
I'm back up. Yo, don't mess with me.
So what's one thing that your listeners would be surprised to know about you outside of your music? Like, do you have any special talents? Like, have you done anything crazy? Like, what's something that people would be surprised to know about you?
They'll be surprised to know about me. Damn, that's a great question. That's a great question. There's like, cause I'm trying to like, you know, be more open with my community with my people, my angels, my E-Man's angels, by the way. Merch coming soon.
Hey,
merch coming soon.
coming soon.
I don't know if the camera can see it, but yeah. But I think one thing that people might not know about me is that did I say I'm an only child already? Because people always,
I think you did, yeah.
damn, never mind.
Yeah, we already know that one.
Never
man.
mind. One thing that people won't know about me, I'm allergic to aspirin and ibuprofen.
Dang. So what you do when you have a headache, man?
Tylenol.
Oh, Tylenol. Okay.
Or pray. My mom would always make a joke. Yeah, you might as well just get some Tylenol or pray for
Right.
it because
Dang.
you're going to die if you take aspirin. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Oh, dang. She told you straight like that, huh?
She's like, yeah, if you take it, you could probably die. I'm like, well,
Damn.
I don't know.
Well, hey, man, don't give my boy none of that, man.
Nah, I don't. My bad. I was going to say, I already almost had someone do that to me one time.
For real?
At a camp. I was at camp when I was doing sports at this one camp. I'm not gonna say the facility, like, you know where, but yeah, the nurse. I got injured. I sprained my MCL.
Damn. Ooh.
And the nurse gave me ibuprofen, not looking at my record, saying I was allergic, and my face swelled up like red, like I literally couldn't feel like I was numb. And the minute my mom heard that, my mom like if my mom was, I was in Florida, she was back in St. Thomas, but if my mom was in Florida, they definitely would have sent like the FBI and shit to like blockade everything in the whole facility because she would have been, you would have saw my mom's mugshot or something because she's gonna fight for me.
Damn.
You know, I'm her baby. You know.
Did your knee feel better though?
I mean, it did, but like,
Wasn't worth it though.
it was low key,
Right.
low key.
Right. All right, man. So, we talked a lot about your background, who you are, what you do, man. But I got some questions to ask you, my brother. Because, you represent the islands,
Oh,
more
Lord.
specifically, the Virgin Islands. So I got to ask you islands versus state questions, all right?
All right, we're going to, I'm with it.
All right, man. Whose message you think lives louder, Bob Marley or Tupac?
Oh, Bob Marley for
Bob
sure.
Marley?
Bob Marley.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that for sure. Oh, you need me to explain?
Yeah,
or,
go ahead, go
Okay, no, I said Bob Marley. No, like shout out to Tupac. That's a goat.
Yeah, shout out to
R.I.P.
Tupac.
for real. But Bob Marley, man, he just like the lifestyle, everything what he came up with. And I know people gonna say like the movie last year, whatever, didn't have any substance, bro. Don't listen. Read the books. Investigate. Do your research online. Just like the wave that he created, especially Caribbean culture wise, like not even Caribbean culture, just like worldwide, like in the world, yeah, just everything, just his movement and his music still being played. I mean, Tupac's music still being played too, but
definitely.
Bob Marley, like everyone knows Three Little Birds, everyone knows One Love, Woman No Cry, like Exodus. Man, I can go on.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
shout out to Bob Marley. He's like one of my people I look up to, like how I want to live my life. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was just having fun, man.
For
he was
real.
free. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, man.
All right. Who's the real lyrical problem here? Vibes Cartel or Lil Wayne?
Man, see, and I love Vibe. That's my guy, bro. Damn, that's a good
I mean, you
one.
be real, man. It's whatever. It's you.
See, but I'm thinking, Vibes is my guy, but Weezy, bro. Weezy F baby, bro.
Okay.
Wayne, just like from a rapper songwriter like standpoint, bro, be just like his lyricism with everything, bro. Like you start getting twisting
Right.
your head, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta go Wayne, but Vibes Cartel, that's my boy.
Yeah, he was locked up for a long time too, so he kind of had a
real.
disadvantage.
For real.
All right, man. Who's getting you on the dance floor, man? Sean Paul or Usher?
Sean Paul.
Sean
Sean
Paul.
Paul. Yep, Sean Paul. That's one of my dad's favorite artists too.
Does he still make music or no?
He does. He does.
Okay.
I'll be honest though, he mostly doing a lot more collab stuff. Him and Shaggy been doing a lot of collab stuff with other artists, especially like the upcoming artists in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Sean Paul, for real. I definitely say that.
All right. Whose social message is better, you think? Buju or Kendrick?
Man, why you gotta do me like that, bro? Bougie, and that's my uncle's favorite artist too. I'm gonna say Kendrick. I'm gonna say
Okay.
Kendrick, but Buju, people don't shy away from Buju Banton, man. That's like one. Like I said, that's my uncle's favorite artist. I got a whole jump drive with all Buju Banton songs from my uncle. Like he was saying some powerful stuff for real, but I gotta go Kendrick just because of like the movement, not only on the West Coast of the West Coast, but like in the whole world, like everything, bro got a Nobel Peace Prize, bro.
Facts,
for real.
All right. I mean, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad. You could go either way with that.
Basically, yeah.
All right. I don't feel like this one's fair, but who you think is running their lane harder? You think Shenseea or Nicki Minaj? I feel like that's kind of not fair. Nicki
Bro,
Minaj been out. She been out for a minute.
Nicki that's not fair for real.
Yeah,
Nicki a goat though. Nicki a goat. Shenseea a goat too. Shenseea a goat for real too. But Nicki, that's not fair.
Yeah, not fair. All right, man. Who sets the vibe right, man? Popcorn or Future?
Damn, my girl gonna hate me for this one. She like Future. Damn, Popcorn my guy too. Damn.
I know.
Man, these are some good questions. Nah, the sets the vibe. I'm gonna deal with this later. Popcorn. We gonna go Popcorn.
Okay.
Future my boy though, but I'm gonna hear this. I'm hearing about this later. I already know.
All right, man. Whose music hits the soul better, Chronixx or J. Cole?
Ooh. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been listening to J. Cole a lot longer too than Chronixx. So I'm gonna go with J. Cole, but Chronixx got his fire too.
Okay.
I'm gonna go J. Cole though.
All right. Who got the current wave on lock, man? Skilla Bang or Lil Baby?
Damn. Wait, repeat the question one more time.
Who got the current wave on lock right now? Who going crazy right now?
Who going crazy right now? Okay, I'm gonna say Lil Baby, but Skilla Bang fire too. That's
Right.
it's Skilla Bang crazy, but I'm gonna go Lil Baby.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Lil
All right,
Baby.
all right,
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
All right, let's switch to the food now. 'Cause you know
Food,
that's
okay.
a big one. That's a big one.
Let's get it.
All right. Curry goat or fried chicken?
Oh, curry goat.
Curry goat?
Curry goat. I love curry goat go crazy, especially the way like my aunt makes it.
All right, Johnny Cakes or garlic bread?
What do you know about Johnny Cake? Oh yeah, I forgot. You said you're good. She from She's from the Virgin Islands. Johnny Cake.
Johnny Cakes?
Johnny Cakes. That's we put a little cheese on the Johnny Cake. You could ketchup is optional, but I don't mind it with just the cheese. Just cheese on there. Ketchup optional, but
All right, you got a little bias, little hometown bias there. It's all good.
Exactly.
All right, patty and cocoa bread or burger and fries?
Ooh.
Now, burger and fries. Now, come on, man. It's hard to beat a burger and fries.
Burger and fries. I gotta go burger. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Burger and fries. But patty and cocoa bread. I love cocoa bread too.
Yeah.
My aunt makes good cocoa bread.
Okay.
I'll go back. Yeah, burger and fries. Burger and fries.
All right, plantains or mac and cheese? What's the better side?
See, I don't like plantains like that. See, wait, say it again. Plantain. Say plantain.
Plantains?
See, y'all be saying.
I don't know how to say it. Plantains? I don't know.
Because everyone in the States be saying plantains. I say plantain. I always say like growing up, plantain.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm like, it's plantain. They're like, what is that? I'm like, plantain. They're like, oh, you mean plantains? I'm like, no.
No, plantain.
No.
Right.
Like,
You said it right. I said it right, bro.
No. See, I don't be eating plantains like that. So I gotta go mac and cheese.
Okay. See,
My mom gonna hate me for that
mac and
one.
cheese. I don't eat cheese like that. So.
See, I love cheese. Man, you can't go wrong with cheese. I love cheese.
All right. What's in your cup, man? Rum punch or some Hennessy?
Rum punch. I can answer that with no hesitation.
Okay.
Rum punch. Especially get some cruising rum. Yeah, it's over.
All right. A beach fish fry or Atlanta barbecue? Which one would you rather go to?
Damn, those are good ones too. I'm gonna go fish fry. But it gotta be my family doing the fish fry.
Okay.
It can't be anyone else.
Yeah, we don't know what y'all be doing with y'all fish out there.
Exactly.
Ooh, you gonna hate me for this one.
Oh Lord.
Carnival or homecoming weekend?
No, Carnival.
Oh, dang, that was easy.
Carnival. Nah, see, but okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little biased because I just came from. I went to Morehouse homecoming 2 weeks ago for the first time. Like that was like my first ever like homecoming ever, and like that was like I probably have to keep going to like understand it more. But when I went, it was fun. It was mad fun.
Right.
But I gotta go carnival.
Okay. All right. Island time or city hustle? You like just chilling or you like the hustling?
City hustle.
City hustle, really?
I'm a city hustle for real. I'm a city boy, low key. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Nah, I'm definitely city hustle. City hustle.
All right. Ocean breeze or AC?
AC.
AC.
I gotta go AC. I gotta go AC.
Right. That ocean breeze, it don't be working all the time, man.
For
It feel good, but it's like it still be hot.
For real.
All right, man. Island sunsets or city lights?
I'm gonna go sunsets.
Yeah. It's
Sunset.
hard. It's hard to beat a nice sunset.
Yeah, I gotta go sunsets. I literally, like, cause my house literally looking out. That's one thing I miss, like being back home, just being at my house and seeing the sunsets like off like the balcony and everything. So yeah, sunsets for sure.
Okay. All right. Now, what's next for you, man? You got any upcoming drops? I know you're in your producer bag, man. What can we look forward to for 2025 and 2026?
Definitely, we got a lot. Definitely, new music for sure. New EP. I've been working on I got a ton of music, like my music for sure. Like I literally could drop like 4 projects right now. I'm not even gonna cap, but I'm teaching myself to be more strategic.
There you go.
I'm teaching myself to be more strategic. So definitely an EP coming soon. Working on, also doing like, placements for other artists and stuff too. But yeah, right now just been EP placements and producing brand deals, just stay tuned. I'm gonna say that. Merch drop. I can't believe I forgot that merch drop too. So
yeah. I know 2026 about to be crazy for you.
Oh yeah, bro. I can't wait, man. I'm like literally, and I know it's going to happen because this whole 2025 summer just set up like so much shit for going into next year. So I'm definitely grateful. Y'all just gotta stay tuned. That's all I can say.
Now, when you talk to your family back home and when you update them on what you've been up to, what's the feedback you're getting? Are they proud of you? Are they loving what you're doing? Are they like, man, you ain't doing nothing? Like, what's the feedback been like?
Family, for sure, has been they proud, especially my parents. I'm definitely, one thing I'm learning too is I'm learning to not say too much and just like go with the flow, because I don't want to block the blessing. I believe in that strongly. So I've been just keeping it like a little hush hush till like they actually see what's going on. But they from what I've told them, it's been a lot of like proud. They can't wait for more. They want to help, and I'm trying to also find ways to like incorporate them in what I'm doing too. So they're definitely happy that I'm happy for sure.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, if there's one artist from back home that you could collab with, get in the studio with tonight, who would that artist be?
Damn, I'd have to say, I gotta be. I don't want to say our city because like that's already a given. So I'm gonna use a different artist for real. I'm gonna say my boy Third. That's my boy Third. He upcoming artist from the VI, coming up now. Been locked in for real. That's one artist. We have like a couple songs here and there. Where we got together, but just timing. We just trying to figure out timing. He's doing his thing. I got my thing going on, so I definitely want to work on some more stuff with him for real.
Okay, all right. Shout out to, what's his name? Third?
Third, yeah.
Shout out to Third. You going to be on the show next, brother.
Yes, sir.
Tell me more about the merch, man. I see you got the shirt on now, man.
So this is the E-Man's Angels merch. Pretty much it goes off my single E-Man's Angels that I dropped last year. Coming soon. That's all I'm gonna say. Originally it was gonna be dropping this year. I had to push it back because of some miscommunications with like the the merchandiser and some stuff going on, and you know, I'm my plan is to actually like drop it. It's gonna be like this is actually gonna be my second drop. I had my Wine and Dine EP hoodies that I had, and that was a success. Like, I did not expect so many people to cop those hoodies, so I'm grateful. And I've been giving these t-shirts out to, you know, few of my people on my team, and they love it. I'm seeing them wearing it like 2-3 times a week. I'm like, yo, like, y'all not gonna wash it? Like, bro, y'all, you know, like, what's up? But that's just making me happy for real. So stay tuned.
All right.
Eman's Angels, my angels, that's my family, my group, my angels.
Yeah,
so
let's go.
Stay tuned.
All right, now this show is called Another 24, and that's because, you know, another 24, that's the biggest blessing that anybody can get. You know, that's the one thing that every human being on the face of this earth that we can all agree on that we want. Like, we all want another 24 to fix our mistakes, to right our wrongs, to hang around our family, to chase our dreams, just one more day. You know, sometimes that's all we have.
Sure.
So for the people, you know, some of the people back home who are watching this, who see you doing your thing, and maybe they want to be like you. Maybe they want to come to the States and make a name for themselves and get on a podcast. And they might be struggling. They don't know if it's going to work. They're having doubts. Like, what is some words of encouragement, like 30 seconds or so? I want you to look at that camera and give them some words to keep them going through their next 24.
Don't hesitate. Don't think. Do it. You got a lot of people saying all type of shit that I'm gonna get to it later. I'm gonna think about doing this later. Stop it. No excuses. Do it now. And I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people. But the more I did it, the more I started procrastinating. The more I saw people getting past me, and I started getting confused what was going on. But nah, you just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't let anyone stop you. You got no one to stop you. It's you. Literally, it's you. So my what I would say, keep going. Don't give up. Keep doing your thing. Keep God first. Stay true. Be you. And everything will work out.
Amen. Is there well, first of all, let people know where they can find you.
Yes, go find me, Eman_the_man on all platforms, EMAN_THE_MAN. Find me there, Emmanuel Lynch. You already know. It's lit.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Man, keep going. Keep God first. Keep your circle small, but at the same time, watch your back, because you never know who's with you and who's not with you. And I learned that the hard way this year, for real. And just be real. Don't try to make up some shit. Don't try to, you know, be two-faced. Just be a good person. That's it, you know. And shit, I'm gonna just leave it like that.
Hey, man. Well, listen, man. I definitely appreciated this conversation, man. This was a good
Me too,
one,
man. Thank you so much for having me, bro. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
for real,
man, for sure, man. I think you're gonna do some great things, man. You got the energy, you got the attitude.
I appreciate
You know,
that.
you ain't gonna quit. You got a lot. You know, you got your uncle riding with you, man.
Yes, sir.
You got your family riding with you. You got a whole island riding with you, really. So,
Yes,
you know, I
sir.
appreciate that, man. I see everything you're doing. I see the work you're putting in. Anytime you want to come back to another 24, just let me know, man.
Man,
When the next drop come, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know.
I'm gonna take you up on that. I definitely will.
All right, my brother, man. I appreciate you, my boy.
I appreciate you too, man. Thank you again, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a wrap, man.